So Patchy Mix versus Sergio Pettis just wrapped up. Sorry, Bellator 301, and my pick, Patchy Mix, gets it done. Sort of just dominates Sergio Pettis. I did say that's sort of how I've seen the fight going. Like, he's a lot fucking bigger than Sergio Pettis. Like, Patchy Mix is like a featherweight fighting at bantamweight. The guy's huge. Not only is he huge, though, he is generally a really good fighter. Has a sort of similar style to Aljamain Sterling, I'd say. Maybe not in the striking, but just like his grappling, very sort of, similar fight style. Even the way he won was very similar to Aljamain Sterling beating Corey Sandhagen. Had his back, then pushed off on the fence to get the back. The guy's very strong. The first takedown he got on Sergio Pettis, he literally fucking just ragdolled him, picked him up. Sergio Pettis couldn't do anything. You could just sort of tell Patchy Mix is a very strong guy if you look at him. The guy's generally very good as well. I know I've said that in like all these videos, but Patchy Mix is actually one of those guys I could see actually doing really well in the UFC. Obviously, I could be wrong, who knows, but he is actually really good. I'd love to see him in the UFC eventually. I'm not quite sure. How old is Patchy Mix actually? I think he's on the older side though. So it's like a now or never type of thing, I feel like. Patchy Mix. Oh, he's 30. He's not actually that old, actually. I thought he was older for some reason. No, he's decently young, actually. So yeah, maybe we see this guy in the UFC eventually. But great win here for Patchy Mix. Just dominates Sergio Pettis. Like I say, this guy's fucking massive for bantamweight. Like, you can just tell this guy is huge. KO'd Rafion Stotts as well, like with a knee KO. So actually, he's got better striking than Aljamain Sterling, actually, because Sterling's never dropped anyone. Mix actually KOs people. But yeah, Patchy Mix on top, $1 million, literally wins $1 million, has the Bellator bantamweight title, and he's got Tatiana Suarez. So, the man's living his life. Man is on top. Got to respect him. Who did he lose to? His one loss was to Archuleta, wasn't it? Or am I remembering incorrectly? I could have sworn it was... I think it was to Archuleta. Let me double check this. Yeah, so his only loss was to Juan Archuleta, and that was in 2020. Since then, beat Morales, beat James Gallagher, beat Horiguchi, beat Magomedov, beat Rafion Stotts, and now has beat Sergio Pettis. Oh wait, no shit, he already won the $1 million. What am I talking about? I completely forgot. Just because Sergio Pettis pulled out of the tournament, I completely forgot that he already has $1 million. But yeah, still, respect to Patchy Mix, man's on top. I don't even know who the fuck they give him next, if I'm being honest. But I don't know, it'd be interesting to see who he fights. Maybe he goes to the UFC with this whole Bellator PFL deal or something, or maybe he goes over to PFL, fights somebody in the PFL. They don't even have a bantamweight division, so maybe he'll move up to featherweight. He is a big bantamweight, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see what's next for him. But great performance here from Patchy Mix. I told you he'd get it done. He's just too big for Sergio Pettis. Pettis is good, but he's not a bantamweight. He's a flyweight when you think about it. Like, fucking, I don't know. Patchy Mix is more skilled and just fucking massive. But Sergio Pettis still a great fighter. Be interesting to see what's next for him as well. But yeah, that's all I've got to say. So yeah, thanks for watching. Main event time. I'm excited for this one. So hopefully it's not boring.